From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At their 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
87. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action or stick.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa, forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Three and a half to go, first quarter. On 1st and 10, Newton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
With 2 yards on the pickup there, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1 yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he knocks it through.
That ties the game at 7. Set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up second.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense. defense.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
First down, Dolphins.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
At the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 8. Check 13. 8.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Kyle Van Noy able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Newton. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of 20. And the
creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
To number 87.
From 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Back at the 12-yard line.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Tua sets up to pass it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Out of the gun, Newton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long. And
that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Miami.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to fire this thing deep right. And got his man complete. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Newton to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Hauled in downfield, and he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. to throw. Newton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
15-yard line.
Newton now to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
To number 83.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum. And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 36-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
34 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Flushed out right. And now the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Check 52.
A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Number 80. Mike 29. Cover. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Robbed home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.